Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Let's see, let me share this out real quick. Do 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 do. Let's see here. Hey, Milton, how are you? No, that's not the right one. Oh, that's nice. Alright, I got that out of the way. And let's play the game. Hello, Hakeem. How are you doing?
It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting. It probably contains information about our possible debtors and creditors. Bodley. The fruit seller has debt too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
That's the item I need to pick up right there, but it won't let me look at it. Unless I'm missing something. No. No, 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 no. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, got that, got that. Okay, let's try this. Oh, thanks for coming here, Akeem.
I will not get much more for the moment. A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
It won't let me pick up the bottle.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar.
No, it won't let me pick it up. Alright. She was killed. I know, it's a little bit frustrating. No. Let's see. clue is missing. Alright, so we're missing a clue. Alright, I think we're missing a clue. Alright, I gotta retrace my steps.
Strawberries! Get your delicious strawberries here!
This is a really cutthroat neighborhood. Anyone could have committed the crime.
Alright, not there. It would. Well, then if I could.
He's not in any condition to be questioned.
So I feel like I'm missing something.
Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
Right. That is done.
There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf. It's not just any railway guide.
Right, we got this part. You've found all three. Alright, let's go back to the bedroom. Yeah, we found all three here. That did that. We
I've
did
finished with this subject.
Did the box.
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did that one. Did that one. Yeah, so a clue is missing. We got this. Let's see if I can question the police officer. If I can find him. Nope. She'll let me
I will
question
not get
her.
much more for the moment.
Well, that's just great. Can't pick up the bottle of vinegar.
Strawberries! Get your delicious strawberries here!
Dash! A puddle! How clumsy.
Ow, who cares? Feels like I'm missing something. Nothing here, nothing here.
I've finished with this subject. There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
It says examine this item, but it won't let me click on it. Yeah, and I'm obviously stuck. Here's the box of stockings right here. But for some odd reason, it won't let me click on it. Yeah, I'm doing that. Let's see that.
The murderer deliberately left behind this ABC as a signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
Great. Let's see. Yeah, this one's a little bit complicated. The hand. Bottle shelf. And she had one wound in the back of the head.
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him.
Alright. Can we establish the time where she was killed? And we're missing something. I bet I need to go back into that room. Hmm. Hey, kitty. No, she brought the strawberries at 6 p.m. Don't think... Let's see. Ah, here it is. Maybe this is it.
From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
Seems like I'm missing something here. I just don't know what. Because it won't let me pick up this item right here. And I should be, but I can't. Which is odd. See, look for yeah, that's the list. And I'm missing a clue. Says I'm missing a clue, but where? Well, there's the missing clue right there. It just won't let me... For some odd reason, it won't not let me pick the item up. This is weird. I'm at a loss here. I'm seeing a clue, and I know the clue is, and it's that stupid box item right here, but it won't let me pick it up. I am looking at the guide, and it's telling me to pick up that item, but at the same time, if you get stuck, open the pause menu, select the select for use a clue icon to turn on the automatic help. File will execute action to provide you an indication to help you the process. The help icon needs to recharge before being used again. What do you mean it has to be recharged?
A box of new stocking.
Oh my god, that took longer than I thought it would. Okay. Now we can do it. Jeez. Nope. Get that bottle of vinegar.
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazine.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Enough lies.
It's not lies. But you're not quite as clever as what you think.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alrighty. Let's see. Back to the shop.
The priority is to question Ash.
No.
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up. The priority is to question Asher.
Let's see here. Use. Okay. Oop, nope.
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Bien. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again. This man is in rather a bad state.
I say he looks like crap.
They ought to be more careful about who they hire in the police. They ought to be more careful about who they hire in the police.
The priority is to question Asher. The priority is to question Asher. This man is in rather a bad state. This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol. What were you doing yesterday at the time of the...
Can't recall.
Come on, my friend. Try to remember. It is important.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I don't remember a thing.
I see. But maybe you do remember threatening to kill your wife?
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
This guy's for real?
The truth is that someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet. Not...
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Doesn't really care about his wife. Jeez.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
Alright. Reconstruct the crime course of events by selecting the actions that the killer may have executed. Okay.
The killer enters the shop.
Mrs. Asher keeps her back turned. The murderer grabs his walking stick. She turns around, he strikes her violently. He then places the ABC on the counter before leaving.
No, the victim has no road to the temple. And the ABC is not the same as in the crime scene. Let us think again, mon cher.
Mon cher. Ah, failed.
The killer enters the shop.
Advance.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet a customer.
Let's see. Attack or ask for? Let's try attack. No, let's do ask for.
The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her. He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
That poor lady.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Alright. One part of the mystery
Well,
solved.
do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot, and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I will go and see.
Nothing, huh? I guess you just have to wait till the murderer manifest itself. Jeez. Get my words right today.
dear Mr. Poirot. Well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC. The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Oops, here.
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist. Ah, some cool hair. No doubt about it. Hastings is going bald. Hastings, it would appear that you are getting slightly thin on top.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Haven't noticed. Okay.
Let us examine this more closely.
All right.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. The W is not printed properly. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defect. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Andover?
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Hmm. Alright, what else am I missing here?
Yes, this I is weird. I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word. Let us examine the characters in this word.
No?
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defect. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Alright, we got that figured out.
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright. Hmm. No, that doesn't seem right. Can we guess about the next victim? The letter, I think.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there. It's impossible to get through to Scotland Yard.
Aw, man.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Yeah, they don't make cars like that anymore.
Japp has invested a great deal in his career. Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers. Japp appears to be snowed under. Japp appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters.
No.
Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
Something with the letter B.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien. We should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Gee, how foreboding.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
You think with sand would be good for your knees instead of concrete?
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Alrighty.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly. The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times. This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it. Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright, how was the victim killed? I believe she was strangled by the silk belt. And she was pretty, yeah, she didn't struggle.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What was the common points between the Andover murder and the one in Brecksville? Well, the ABC guide. Are the crimes in Andover and Brecksville the work of the same murder? This one. No.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
I bet this key opens one of the bathing houses. Nine, 8, 7, and 6. But why is it 9 though? Ah, the key, the key, the key. $715.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Whoops. 7 1 5 Hmm.
The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6. Firstly, I have to remove the padlock.
Hmm.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings. The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top-brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me. I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do? The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top-brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Yeah, okay, getting a little hungry. Might get maybe a little later. I might go downstairs and get a slice of pizza.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
Oh yeah? You just put pizza rolls? Did you put those in the microwave, Hakeem?
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
They're cheap, but gotta eat. Hey, I mean, it's pizza, right?
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly. I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
We're missing something again.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Looks like a really fancy place.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
Looking at his mustache.
What a pity. I don't have any change to make it work.
Ah, man.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Strict appearance.
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Oh, let's see. 11 a.m. for Betty.
Where is Betty? Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? No, this person is not the last one to have worked with Betty. Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve? These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
Which one? But this one.
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover, maybe the murderer. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
Alright, what's another one? Same handwriting right over here?
Most probably a family. Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker, maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
She doesn't really seem very concerned or sympathize with the very feel sorry for the victim. Let's see, which should I choose?
Do not be so sure. Miss Barnard's tragic death may be a good advertisement for you.
It makes one despair of human nature. Poor young girl. She was a hard-working and pleasant young woman. I didn't know her that well. She'd only been here for 2 summers. I know that she had a young man. He used to call for her sometimes.
Does seem like the case, Hakim. Seems like she's only concerned about her business than a poor woman that got murdered.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time. With my staff. Now, please excuse me, I have work to do.
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home. How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do. My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Really nice, cozy place. Always looking at the mirror to make sure his mustache is on point.
The Barnard appeared to make music a priority in their budget. Their home is modest, but the Barnards are definitely music lovers.
Hmm.
What is she feeling at the moment? Betty's older sister is not just sad, she is angry. Your sister had a fiancé, I believe?
Yes, he's called Donald Fraser. A very nice man.
Hmm.
Was your sister seeing anyone else?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing. She was a very good girl who didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say, no?
I am not interested in what people say. I am interested in the truth, Mademoiselle Barnard. If you only knew how much I would like to talk with someone who does not know that your sister is dead and who could provide me with a true portrait of her beyond the formalities.
The truth is that my sister was a silly little fool. I tried to reason with her, but she behaved like an idiot.
In what way?
She used to say that if she was going to marry Don, she might as well have some fun now.
I understand. Please continue.
Oh, excuse me, I have to answer that.
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Surely you don't think she did it?
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings. Who knows, maybe Megan was jealous of her attractive young sister.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe she was in love with Donald Fraser.
We have to study all scenarios, even the most unlikely. But I doubt that Mr. and Mrs. Barnard are rich enough to justify murder. While I try and get Miss Barnard to talk, I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. It should be easy to find the estate agents where he works. Bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the Chief Inspector finds him.
Could this be a love triangle situation? Ah, another mirror. Check out his mustache. No, it never gets old.
It looks like Betty was also a music lover, the same as her family. Without a doubt, Betty used to sing. A box of new stocking.
Just like in the tobacco store.
Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to wear. Maybe she had a date? It looks like Betty has a very busy life. Betty liked luxury and going out, and being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited. This small key should be useful to... I've finished with this subject. Medicine to prevent voice loss. Did Betty have problems with her voice? A record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded the demo. I'd be interested to hear it. Something on this clock bothers me. This metal disc is stuck. This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it.
Darn.
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands.
Oh boy. It's like a little puzzle.
There, that's better.
No.
This leg is not well attached.
Something popped out.
This decoration appears to be firmly fastened. This decoration appears to be firmly fastened. This decoration appears to be firmly fastened. Could the screw be slightly loose? Good. It should be possible to open the wooden panel. Look, a key. This could be useful.
Okay. Hmm. Oh, there you go. I think you're supposed to use the key. No, no, no. No. Go back, go back, go back, go back, 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 back.
I definitely need an object to make these cogs turn.
Okay.
I definitely need an object to make these cogs turn. I definitely need an object to make these cogs turn.
Hmm.
I definitely need an object to make these cogs turn. Ah! Something clicked on the front of the clock.
Okay.
A new lock has appeared. What does it open? This could be useful. Betty, I enjoyed a wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D. My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian.
So a love triangle. I was right. I think we're done here in this room.
Let us see. What is this cupboard hiding? This looks like solfaing. That doesn't work. I must have forgotten a step.
Oops.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
Let's see.
I heard the sound of a mechanism being triggered. I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it.
This is the handle I think it goes to. No, that's not it.
That doesn't work. I must have forgotten a step.
No.
It looks like something goes in here. That doesn't work. I must have forgotten a step.
Maybe it's this way. There you go.
Oh, Donald. We're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course she didn't follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
All right.
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone. She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this map?
No, it's the guy.
They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
You are a poor liar, Mademoiselle Bernard.
Excuse me, Mr. Poirot, but I do not see why you are interested in our humble little crime.
It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man, slightly reserved too, and as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago, but they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
Well?
He'd commit murder.
Do you think that is what happened?
No, Mr. Poirot, I don't believe that. You yourself said he may be a recidivist madman. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright, what had Betty planned to do with her evening?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Well, what's Megan's barred behavior hiding? Envy? Sounds like her sister was jealous of her boyfriend.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case. How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions. This man looks suspicious.
Leave me alone.
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking White Horse.
Leave me alone. Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
Did you visit Betty yesterday afternoon?
No, I haven't seen Betty for 2 days. I was at the office yesterday afternoon.
Can you prove that?
Of course. But why this question? Betty died yesterday evening, didn't she?
Betty was murdered during the night, but that does not prove that she did not meet her murderer earlier in the day.
So, am I a suspect?
Everybody close to Betty is a suspect, Mr. Fraser. I would be a very poor detective if I did not examine all possible eventualities. Do you know what Betty's plans were yesterday evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Right. May I ask you what you were doing yesterday evening?
I spent the evening working.
Your colleagues can confirm this?
No, I often take work home with me.
You are lying, Mr. Fraser. As was Betty when she hid the fact from you that she was seeing other men.
Betty was a very decent young woman. How dare you sully her memory?
I am not interested in memories of her, Mr. Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Of course I don't.
Très bien. So, what were we saying? Where were you yesterday evening?
I looked everywhere for her, but in vain. When she said she was going to have dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was convinced she was lying. So I went round all the restaurants in the town. When I didn't find her, I went to the next town. But nothing. I must have got home about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Did anybody see?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody. I was so furious.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, he's all yours, Chief Inspector.
Nice timing.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
No. Nope.
Hastings looks ill at ease. He really doesn't like Fraser.
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Japp to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene. The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6. Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code. They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened. Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings. Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
Japp has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling. Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
By the way, Hastings, what day is it?
Well, looking at the calendar, it's the 30th. No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Well, I off here for the day. I might come back to this later, but if not, maybe tomorrow or, whenever. But, thanks for watching, guys, and, I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day, everybody.